confess. I've been the dule who da possess. I've been stressed, so stressed. But now with you are obsessed. I've been the crush on Fatima, but mother gets gone. You know say mother gets gone. I've been the look for peace, but I don't get none. Without you, I don't get none. I dey confess, oh. So many things I don't do. So many hearts I don't break. I dey confess, oh. So many things I don't do. So many girls I don't play. I don't keep Kade, don't keep Saleh. Chat with Effie, flat with Khadija. Yeah. So many hearts I don't break. I don't keep Aja, Aminata, Aisatu, and two paddy them. Yeah. So many girls I don't play. Now you make her realize, for be faithful, king nice. See the tears in my eyes, oh my eyes, oh. I be the 210 girls for the night. Sharp guy at the shoot on sight. Now you know me last bus stop. Baby girl, you know me last bus stop now. Everybody deserve a second chance. But if you say you the go, baby girl, I understand. Now make I confess. I've been the dule who da possess. I've been stressed, so stressed. But now with you are obsessed. I've been the crush on Fatima, but mother gets gone. You know say mother gets gone. I've been the look for peace, but I don't get none. Without you, I don't get none. I dey confess, oh. So many things I don't do. So many hearts I don't break. I dey confess, oh. So many things I don't do. So many girls I don't play. I don't keep Kade, don't keep Saleh. Chat with Effie, flat with Khadija. Yeah. So many hearts I don't break. I don't keep Aja, Aminata, Aisatu, and two paddy them. Yeah. So many girls I don't play. I dey confess, oh. So many things I don't do.
Yeah, you give me meaning. Yeah, you are the reason I love.
Imadonna yani kumane fuye. Baby Imadonna yani diana ka fuye. Imadonna yani kumane fuye. Shiri Imadonna yani diana ka fuye. Aki bulu di bulu madia, kia benya madia, kisela zekadia, wejela tumamina sumini wila.
So don't be greedy, let it show, and you got it then come.
We rise every morning with truth in our hands. No more silence, we take a stand. For the people who cry for the dreams that fade. We speak for the hearts that justice betrayed.
Ida jenta Radio Gonga kan katemedere etati tokbere jenai FM ko Gonga kan lutata.
You listen to Truth Radio 103.9 FM, live from Freetown. That's True the Last.
mama, and we dey catch we no get nothing for it. Na that make.
Indeed, Kushe and Kabo, this is the Truth Evening Talk, where they come to you every Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. This program, na program where not they only inform you, it educate, entertain, and gist you as well. You dey listen to Truth FM 103.9 and we broadcast live from our studios na Ilkot, Freetown. Today we get Bokutin for talk. If you want to join the conversation on what we get for talk about today now, waiting a climate change and why young people for BISIN about that. If you want to join the conversation, you can send a text message on our text line with number 078-193-193, 079-193-193. And also, you can get to it for now Facebook Live, with YouTube channel as well. You will comment and join the conversation. Today, we get Bokutin for talk about climate change. And today, we get two experts. I will say one expert and one other young person where we can tell we about climate change. Then two people are there today for can educate we about climate change. Most people don't hear climate change, climate change, climate change. Some of we don't hear now with school, they don't teach you about climate change. Well, people don't really understand climate change because like today we go to the streets of Freetown and try to get voices of the people for no waiting at climate change, waiting at this climate change. And we want to know if young people know about it. So we can get street voices, from the people and make we know waiting they know about climate change. The program, if you want for contribute to the program, you can send text message now with text line 078-193-193. And you can also comment our Facebook Live as well. Climate change. Now we observe say the weather. Most people when they say climate change, they think about weather, they think about pollution, they think about so many other things them when they talk about climate change. Well, this climate change, I believe say like we all for care because it's something that has to do with our planet. Yes. And not like I say, me a climate change enthusiast actually. I'm so day into climate change and I really care about the planet. But not to me go can talk panda talk today. And not to me go can talk panda that talk today. And also if you want for join the conversation as I say, waiting at climate change and waiting young people for BISIN, but that you can comment on Facebook Live as well. So today we go can get street voices from young people.
Wetin you understand by climate change according to my idea, like way the weather can change at times. We can get summer or we get I don't know the other than color. So let me know about climate change.
I no get idea about climate change. I no get idea about climate change and I don't know climate change about.
Your concept, we say understand about that. If you think about the areas where they forest, they cut trees, then that's all they change climate. Then even erosion, flooding, earthquakes, all these things then it is changing about that climate change. That's the thing I understand about.
Climate change is situation where una find itself like wetin una be dey expect in the past years. We be expecting say to this September, even the extend to October sef. Na every rain back. But this year we know the same thing like that and then. We don't see different. For more enter now about September. As now. If rain cancel at there, if it's at times na net, I can happen. But from then, and sun now. So does it say situation change? So I believe that is the climate.
Well, we don't know about climate change. Seriously, I just see what's there right now in the world. There are many of climate change, so like we don't ever know about that.
I don't know nothing for climate change. I don't ever again.
Well, you don't get the street voices, you don't get from people that waiting then feel saying a climate change. There is some people say, ever you waiting a climate change, no waiting a climate change, even ever the word. Some people they say they think climate change is about change in weather patterns, weather conditions. What to say, like now again be the Cambo Kutra day, flooding, all that thing, and I know about climate change. Then you see person they talk say climate change, even ever hear about the word climate change. So today we get two people in the studio again for can tell you about climate change. As I've been saying, me not to the climate change experts are just there for moderate the program. We get one expert to win a Mary Foya from the Environment Protection Agency. When I then communications person, then talk man. We therefore can talk about climate change today and why young people for care. Also, another guest with me again at the studio, I get Sidnella Pratt, when are the coordinator for the Youth Climate Council Salon. Then two people here today get for can tell we about climate change and why young people for BISIN for climate change. Climate change not just like people that just say no more it's a global problem, an international problem. It affects we all. Climate change they affect we all, and I believe we all get a collective responsibility for yes to mitigate this issue of climate change, whether the causes, the effects, and as a climate change enthusiast, I know say climate change can happen naturally, but also now as a result of human activities as well. So now the thing and the way they cause climate change. So today we get Mary for the studios. Mary, welcome.
Plenty, thank you for getting me, Nafisa too.
Okay, we also get today with me Sidnella Pratt. Welcome to the studio. If you just join we, this is not the Truth Evening Talk where they come to you every Wednesday, Mondays, and Fridays. I not go every Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I'm saying every Wednesdays, Mondays, Fridays. Follow the days them. And also, you listen to we from Truth FM 103.9. And also go watch we in our Facebook Live on Truth Media and also YouTube channel as well. So today, before we come to the big conversation, we could take a small commercial break. But remember, say, what we discuss today now, waiting a climate change and why young people for BISIN.
Are you tired of missing all your online meetings due to unreliable internet? Or are you paying too much for your internet and experiencing low speeds or even struggling with connectivity during video calls, streaming your favorite football match or show? WorldLink Communications Sierra Leone Limited, authorized reseller of Starlink in Sierra Leone, is here for your businesses and enterprises with super fast, unbeatable and affordable speeds here to cater to your needs. At WorldLink, we provide local support anytime, any day. To know more about our services, visit us at our office at 115 Beach Road, Lumley, or contact us on 080 000 111 or 075 000 111 or on our website at sl.wlnet.com. WorldLink Communications, empowering connectivity in Sierra Leone.
Me man, you not gonna believe this. Orange Money cash out fee don't count on to only 1% for any amount you cash out.
Young lady, now true say Orange Money they charge now 1% for cash out?
Yes sir, just 1% of the amount where you want for cash out.
So if I cash out 1,000 leons, now 10 leons no more they pay?
Exactly, 10 leons for 1,000 leons.
So me picking, if I cash out 100 leons, now 1 leon they pay?
Yes ma, just 1 leon for 100 leons.
Wait bar, if I pull 50 leons, that now only 5 cents that they pay?
Now you don't talk so.
Wow, this one fool me much. I know one day here is such low fee. Orange Money don't make things easy for we all.
Now, cash out for only 1% of the amount with the widest agent network na Salon. Now the cheapest cash out fee. No more stress, no more high fees. Just easy transaction. Orange Money, they any outside you go.
Orange Money, they are for you and me.
It's the Conscious Relax Getaway brought to you by Waka Salon. October 25th to the 26th at the Tokyo Beach, the Place Resort. $250 gets you the mountain view. $300 for the sea and the sky so blue. $350 for the beachfront. Then Sunday's bubbles, champagne in your hand. Chalet orders, this one's for you. Natural glow is the dress code too. At the Place Resort from 12:30 p.m. to 6 p.m., sip, chill, unwind, and dance. And if you're just in for a party, then get ready for the powder spray party and bonfire flare. At 4 p.m., let's light it up, right? 500 millions now or 600 at the gate. Don't miss the moment. Don't show up late. Catch and relax. Sun, sand, and bubbles. Life so sweet. From the beach to the pool at Toke Resort, where good vibes meet. Brought to you by Waka Salon in partnership with Eminence Africa, The Place Resort, Sierra Commercial Bank, Food Media, and Afro Technology and Logistics. Don't just hear about it, live it.
It's a legacy, lots of clouds, not it fade away.
Welcome back. If you just joined me, this is the Truth Evening Talk, the program where they come to you every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. And you get to live from the studios, Truth FM 103.9. Today we ask, if you just joined today, we ask, what's in a climate change and why young people for care? You can contribute to the program by sending an SMS to short code 239. You can contribute to the program by sending a text message on the short code 239. You can also comment on our Facebook Live and tell me what you know about climate change and why young people for care. Today inside the studio with me, I get Sidnella Pratt, the Freetown Chapter Coordinator of the Youth Climate Council Salon. We get for can tell we about climate change, and also we get Mary Siafoya, the Environment Protection Agency talk woman. Welcome to the studios again, Mary. So Mary, I will start with you. Like for person we know waiting at climate change. The basic way for tell person we don't know anything about climate change. Let me say person we know go school. In the simplest term, waiting at climate change, explain to you waiting at climate change.
Plenty thank you, Nafisa. Well, from the Vox Pop owner conduct, owner pledges now, you see all man the gay idea, we should say people then get an understanding of climate change. So simply put, now just that change, that long time change, we me you the experience weather pattern now and the climate naturally, like the atmosphere and everything. So over a period of 10 years, then changes, then they now they categorize, we call climate change. And what's not then changes, then there's not the release of anthropogenic gases into the atmosphere. We mean to say then gases them way like fueled by human activities, be it in the energy sector, be it in the transportation sector, or be it in the industrial sector. All them gases, then when we release them into the atmosphere, now in the hamburg this climate change. And not just the hamburg, the reality now that's now a sense felt reality, we mean to say, you no need for know the sciences for understand what's in a climate change.
Okay.
You dey see them, you dey feel them.
Okay.
For instance, I don't talk say the 10 they will forget rain, we not they get rain anymore. The amount of rain we expect for like a boost to agricultural activities, and not they happen. And you also we get this water will depend on energy. But if we not get the required rain we need, all that's the hamburg way energy. So from that person within a farm, from that subsistent farmer to that industrialist, all man know say climate change they happen, we all the feel the reality, and that's call for like an action plan on how we as a country for tackle them.
Okay, thank you very much, Sia. So over to you, Sidnella. The most basic way, how you go put climate change? What's in a climate change?
Yeah, so in my own words, I will say climate change. Now where they experience weather pattern, not all the same as it could be before. Like how Mary don't mention, 10 plus years, now the time will go say, okay, then the weather don't really change. So today, for example, so where one person make mention say, in your area today, they get rain, but now you know they come again. So Daniel, for example, now a change in weather pattern. But let's say that thing they can become worse now, and then the next 10 years, rainy come at all, and now rainy come small, but rainy come at all. Then you go say na climate change don't happen here and so now the most basic way than they for just understand them.
Climate change. Okay, thank you very much, Sidnella. So over to you, Mary. You are from the Environment Protection Agency. Tell me about the Environment Protection Agency. What's it about?
Well, we na the primary regulatory agency na the country.
Okay.
We get the primary mandates for protect and manage the environment and all other related matters. Well, the agency be established in 2008. It became fully operational in 2010, and in 2022, we be review or repeal in entirety the EPA Act, when in like the official documents where they give it the legitimacy for operate as an agency.
Okay.
And in 2024, we developed what we call the Environment Protection Agency Transformation Strategy. We can call them EPAT for short. When like a working document where they guide you for the next 7 years of the intention or the plans and activities we'll get for secure environment. Well, inside Section 12 of the EPA Act of 2022, the EPA gets 19 functions. And for make that 19 functions become operational, we get global laws we can call multilateral environmental agreements.
Okay.
Well, then global laws, then they require that country for ratify them and they become binding as national documents. So as an agency, we get the responsibility for collaborate with what we call sister agencies or boundary partners for see how we can operationalize then multilateral agreements and they in consonance with the reality where we get in a salon.
Okay, so maybe they say like for the simplest way, go with like the agency they for waiting for protect the environment. Like because the big English the way you don't talk, the big word the way you don't call. I don't know if possible we not we don't call like a vocabulary, get that kind of level they go understand. And the goal here is for make people understand.
Okay, so
yeah.
in Section 12,
Yeah.
under functions of the agency, we get the responsibility for act as the focal point of all the multilateral environmental agreements and also for advise the parent ministry. We get three core functions when I look at the supervisory function, policy formulation, and that of coordination. Well, as the technical agency and implementing one, now we get the responsibility for advise the ministry because the ministry now get the core function for ensure that the multilateral agreements and they will ratify them, like formulate them into policies. So we as the technical agency, we just stay for provide that guide, like the objectives of that MEAs there for see how it relates to Salon and which are the things that okay, extract from that documents the way really is consistent with what they do. Because not all the agreements and they consistent with what they do na Salon. But you get this like a overarching bearing where they should say because environmental business na transboundary thing. Within Salon the face, it might not be necessarily within USA the face, but the reality now that we the face them. The magnitude or the extent now you get for like a sit down now and consider when they ratify the agreements.
Okay, so maybe I want to ask like the projects them or the thing they want to do like for go na community levels. Let's say for instance, na markets to them the way they sell. Like when it comes to like pollution, we know say plastic, they take time for like plastic, how plastic bad. We now know about the plastic policy now, like where the police, where they litter out plastic. What's not the thing they want to do for make them in a market say like where you eat plastic now gone or dirty or certain thing that we know the wither away, we know the rotting. When you eat them, it take time, they affect the planet. Then kind of thing then they how now they make sure say like at that community level, at that very basic level they don't understand say yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we get what we call laws. Laws not just they regulate conduct, it also they dictate or spell out clearly who that gets the legitimacy for do this or that.
Okay.
Because you not go do something where statutorily you not get the legitimate mandates for do. So the world gets what we call triple planetary crisis, where like they don't categorize all the environmental problems into three categories.
Okay.
Then call one climate change, the other one they call them biodiversity loss, and we also get pollution. When are the plastic fall under? Well, for Freetown, Salon in general, not all EPA get the responsibility for handle waste management, than then a council responsibility. But we still get the responsibility for ensure say we provide the technical advice on how for handle waste management. We mean to say, we go tell you the sciences behind waiting go happen if waste is not properly disposed of, and waiting will be the long-term effect, because the gases where they emit from waste are more dangerous and they contribute 10 times more to climate change than other industrial activities that they think about. So even though we not get the primary responsibility for handle waste, we see say if you left them entirely, like it will undermine the umbrella responsibility we get, whether for efficiently protect and manage the environment. So with regards waste pollution, what do they do as an agency? Because the world be sidom and things say, plastic at first it was a useful commodity, but now it don't seem for be like a threat because of pollution. The world be feel like for say, maybe we for move for a ban on plastic. We mean to say, they're not for produce plastic again, we're not for use plastic again.
Wow.
But like I tell you just now, most of the MEAs there, yes, the objectives are good, but you get for what your country. If your country get the infrastructure, if your country gets the finance and everything for implement them. And if you not get, then you go see how you go tailor the capacity where your country gets, so what do you feel to say you're able to do. So when we can go to the negotiations here, at the conferences, these are the things we keep in mind. But we not a go there just because we feel say we in our EPA, we have it all. We're not a work in isolation. The EP always they work in unison with all we boundary partners. Boundary partners now people them we get similar responsibility with we. Okay. For example, you now go talk about water, when at the marine environment. You not talk about the agency where in your core mandate now for protect the marine, when at SLMA.
Yeah,
so everything where you they do, you get for consider that boundary partner day and bring yourself inside so it go provide your own technical expertise. At the end of the day, we go sit down for so to the pool or it to the add, then we'll go with a uniformed voice.
Okay, Mary. So over to you now, Sidnella. So as the Freetown chapter coordinator for Youth Climate Council, how do you go about our organization, how do you go about our council, how do you go about for sensitize young people about climate change and what do they do different?
Okay, so the Youth Climate Council Sierra Leone, now just a small part of the Youth Climate Council Global Alliance.
Okay.
And essentially what they do, we try for bring young people their voices and opinions inside governance, particularly with policies where they in line with climate action and climate change.
Okay.
So over the years, though they notice say young people them most of the time they can just bring we in as an afterthought. Say on a camp at this picture, we could just take, you understand, put them on social media or put them in a document, but then they really include we opinions in such documents. So that gap they nine the Youth Climate Council Sierra Leone they try for bridge. And at the Youth Climate Council Sierra Leone, we get a lot of people, be it individuals or organizations. It don't necessarily mean say you need for they do climate action for just join the Youth Climate Council. You can be person when you know nothing and you can join we, or you can be person where focus in a completely different sector, because at the end of the day, climate change they affect everybody and each of we lives they at risk. At the Youth Climate Council, we did try for not only give knowledge to young people, them make them know their rights when it comes to the laws or policies, or for make no more than just know about climate change and climate action. We also did try for give them the skills we required. And we also they work with communities, we work with grassroots organizations also for just bring them up, boost them up, so that then self will able for reach the far ends of Sierra Leone and spread the word. We also they do lots of partnerships because we can't go into this alone. We're not just youths there. This is voluntary work, we're not being paid. But we get the passion and compassion for we company youths there and for we country. So we can go into lots of partnerships, meaningful partnerships.
Okay.
For example, we get few people to work with from the EPA, from the Ministry of Environment, Freetown City Council. They can give you their technical support, whatever it may be, and then we can come together, put the ideas together just for push the work go before. So now that we can do. And as I mentioned, we not just sensitize people, we also they give them required skills, the knowledge, we they give them technical support. Wherever you are or whatever you day into, if you need Youth Climate Council, trust me, we'll go did it for you.
So what to make what I will ask is Sidnella, what to make una believe say young people they get let me say a special role for play in the fight against climate change? What to make you believe say young people get a special role for play in the fight against climate change?
Well, they can normally say now we are the future leaders of tomorrow.
Okay.
The tomorrow not today. You already don't come here. And we no need for wait again for the future leaders. We are the leaders. And being that youth them they make up majority of the population of Sierra Leone, we see and fit say the youth they need for take up responsibility for change Sierra Leone for better. So the youth them also they into a lot of things them. For example, if you go na street and ask any youth today, go tell you say, oh, I they sell na bacha, or oh yes, I they work yonder, or remember they do something. We answer them into different spots, and being that, Daniki also help for bring in a lot of diversity into amplifying the change itself.
Okay, so what I will ask now, like personally for you, what's in the climate change habits that we do adopt, like your daily life?
Well, for one,
Okay.
you can never see me with a rubber bottle or plastic.
Okay.
How about
Yes.
you? How about you, Mary?
Well, like I did say, climate change, like it requires like a detailed and intentional plan. Difference therefore gets minimal knowledge or exposure about the issue, and difference therefore gets the expert view about the issue.
Okay.
So globally, we get what we call UNFCCC, one of the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change. So that body they in there for like in case we dey go negotiate, say this time new policy we want for adopt for climate change, that is the body responsible for facilitate till we either adopt or decide not for adopt. Now get the Paris Agreement, which are the main climate working document. The Paris Agreement under Article 4, it tell we say before developers who called nationally determined contributions. For Salon, this is the third generation now they do. Like I say, climate change now every 10 years, now you dey assess am for see if really you dey experience them, if you don't heighten or you don't able to mitigate them. So under that Article 4 of that Paris Agreement say, for Salon level, since the EPA they host the climate change secretariat, we decide for like adopt 8 work packages. We mean to say for first something first, you get for no first the extent or magnitude of the thing in your own country. So we want for developers to call the greenhouse gas reduction inventory. We mean to say now like a database where they tell you the sectors them where they emit beaucoup anthropogenic gases where make we dey face climate change. And another one, since we don't say climate change a day, we get to call adaptation and mitigation plan. We mean to say okay, climate change we don't now say na thing we dey. How would they live with them or what to for do for reduce them. And the world they advance every day, now so the problem back they change. You need the modern day technology for like a combat climate change. And most importantly, you need the copper. Without it, implementation go become stalled.
Yeah.
And I did the Yagba Kinde. Because the things that we me and you they do where they contribute to climate change, sincerely salon we are like a minor contributors. Because check
Yeah.
with industrialization, how many percentage we
yeah.
get. But environmental problem, it a jump boundary.
Exactly.
You know they build fence or lock inside room say no they come on do.
Exactly.
Your neighbor go contribute to the problem. Now I
Yes,
make
yes.
globally all they go to an conferences here like we they go with a uniform voice because if laws not there, you're not going to tell person in America waiting if or do. Even though we see they do that affect your country. Now laws they make like they see one side, all man they become bound by the commitments the way they make. When the laws then they impose on we. So now that's with climate change. We don't do all till you can out to the money side. The things that we don't embrace that we feel like for saying our way of life. How we for replace them? For example, now you person planting tick in papa left for a big land upline because of climate change now. You know say the more tick than cut, now so like the chances of carbon dioxide now so they reduce and carbon dioxide oxygen that's way for go hand in hand.
Yeah.
Are you
Give
was
and
most
take.
Monday now so the tick safe need
Yeah.
aside like that exchange that symbiotic exchange for the go. Now you want for tell person say no cut that tick. Now you plant them for her. So how do you get them to reason and see say a action they affect you, even though not in property? So now that common ground day, now the effects when it comes to climate change. How you dey tell person say that fertilizer we just to go buy, spray nine garden. Yes, nine garden. But the fertilizer, they unbug me and you. Even though na in property, like you get for regulate how they do them. So with all them things that they're waiting at the sustainable practice, where you they encourage people then for adopt, for give up the other habits then they. And then sustainable practices then they are not cheap, they are expensive. So also you they pull the finance for sponsor all that day. So that's like the mitigation and adaptation plan will succeed.
Okay, you
And
will
then
like
they
you
are-
will name few of the sustainable practices that we dey talk about.
Just
like you comment on them.
You go tell this farmer say enough for do slash burning. You know almost a tractor. Almost for hire. How many people then get access to them? You tell this person say enough for use that in fertilizer we go simply get for 250. The other thing we you want for replace am with. Just take for example this other HFCs all they try for replace with look the AC. Next thing these are all environmental issues where they
wow.
Yes. So before you get the AC, for don't plant stick there now.
For give we breeze.
Yes.
But they say before we get you forget boku tick they will go give we
now you
breeze.
dey see person get in compound, you cut all the tick they pave all.
Yeah.
What you talk, you said na host, na so you want that. Na so you want for designer. So these are the issues. So like we are contributing in our little ways. We not even know, so they contribute. And when you are told you're not even able to understand, so you go talk say na your property, na you this and that. But we inaction and we action safely contribute. And no matter what kind policies or work plan we will make, the entire thing rests that we get for adopt some behavioral change, adopt some sustainable measures, yeah, so and really embrace the adaptation and mitigation factors. Because if our can so they left no more, we right now, the mistakes they will do or the actions or inactions they will do, na for serve as the premise for waiting there for happen tomorrow. So we need for acts now, otherwise it go more tomorrow. Now make we they involve youth then because like they ask now like a property where you inherit. As you they grow old, you they exit, you get for left them to the generation where they succeed you. So sustainable development they seek that all waiting man need for survive or for life on earth for be sustainable.
Yeah.
You for make sure say you left her intact for the next generation for meter.
Okay, But for me, my own climate friendly habits now that I know the litter, I know they drop plastic na streets.
Which is
Never,
very good.
I dey ever drop. Being a climate change enthusiast, no go dey drop plastic na streets. Now over to you, Sidnella. I want to ask, what are the challenges they wanna face as young people? Like, or go about with una dey do na the youth climate council.
Well, as Mary don't say, number one thing are the money, but then again, inclusion. So, in rightly mentioned the NDCs, the nationally determined contributions, where every 5 years, each country for update them. But you don't dey just update and say add new thing, if you update in effect also. So let's say for example, 5 years ago, Sierra Leone may include in the NDCs say, okay, we for make sure say 50% of the population know about climate change. Then this year, whether they update the NDCs, therefore increase that percentage. They say, okay, for the next 5 years, but to make sure say 80% of the population know about climate change. But the one thing we don't they see is that the youths, the young people, young women and girls are not being included in these NDCs. Yes, we don't they try as a country. Yes, we don't they go different conferences. We don't be part of the Paris Agreement. Don't they go do negotiations for funding for other things there. But if we as a country not they include the young people there, we're not the backbone of the country, then how you go expect changes for be made? So now the major challenge and that we get being that we are not being included at the table. Also the big talk, the big conversations are being held. We are not being included with our opinions. We are not being asked what we want to see. So now it make we serve at the Youth Climate Council this year. We do we own regional NDCs. We do regional consultations and ask people all over Salon, like waiting you they face as a challenge. How this climate change don't affect you? Waiting happen? You they get lots of responses. Young girls are saying, oh, me period, I know they see them as often as it's supposed to be. Other person say, are they for them? Me they at. Some man they say, are they get fever? You know, a lot of the issues there, the effects there, not gonna be the same everywhere else. Some people that they cry say they didn't get rain at all. For example, if you go to Nkolidi, but then Freetown here, where they get lots of rain.
Wow.
Some man they grumble say, oh, the rain too much, but other people they need them. Some man they grumble say, yeah, we not get cool breeze, but other places they go say the place too cold. Look the dew, look the fog. So the changes not they affect everybody the same. Now it make we the youth say they put with voice into the NDCs. They put with voices out there. Whenever we get chance, even if we're not being invited, we will show up and make sure the youths of Sierra Leone are included in whatever table discussion is going on with policy governance in relation to climate change.
Okay, thank you very much. We don't know same one. Couple on our one challenge.
We need money
to inclusion. And over to you, Berry. You will like comment small on the challenges with the Environment Protection Agency they face.
Okay, with the Youth Council in challenge with inclusion, like I say, we did try, but there will always be room for improvement.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because forget all man involved or included in a fine thing, but all man safely above. And as a regulatory agency, we know government's not a subventory. Now we get for like a finance, we programs them, or the financial mechanisms we can do per them, MEAs them they now that we can rely on. We get what we call with nature clubs, school nature clubs. We na small environmental groups them across different schools, na Freetown, also na regions. We did na 4 locations na the provinces. We get McKinney, we get Kono, we get Kenema and Bo. And then nature clubs there periodically we not can just go to school and discuss an environmental topic with them. We can get them involved in major programs that we can get. And we developed the first ever animated climate change book. That's now for capture the primary school. picking them for like a spike their interest in climate change business. And we intend for extend the nature club thing to tertiary institutions. And we dey work with the Youth Climate Council because every age bracket get for be involved in the fight against climate change because that's where they affect we all. And on the long run, now they get for inherit this earth, this environment, what they try for protect. So if they not get an idea of the major decisions that they make now, then go be at loss by the time they want to like take over now with regards leadership and everything. Waiting at the shift way EPA they do for ensure that we involve youth fully. We get what will be called the first ever Youth Innovation Challenge. Also will be target the age bracket of 18 to 35. I think it was even below 18.
Okay.
Also will be spell out some environmental themes where range from climate change, pollution, waste management, and the likes. We get 500 people that will apply. We do that in partnership with UNDP Accelerator Lab. Well, out of them 500 people, and there we end up for shortlist 22 people who feel like for say the proposal when they submit, it time the innovation challenge be required. And it'd be so interesting for see how people they will think that age brackets they're waiting at the possible solution where they feel to say Salone as a country go adopt for really tackle climate change and other environmental issues. Well, out of that 22 days, now 9 and then be advanced to the final stage. They are advanced there and we get 3 winners. One of the interesting things we want to note that this plastic will affect so for some man, plastic na a raw material for them. Yeah. Me, I not be ever no say they able like recycle plastic and produce roof.
Yeah.
Like how zinc don't there so. Maybe I go adopt our see.
Definitely.
How effective it be as compared to the roof, the expensive zinc now, and how some man be even adopt for like a include agriculture. So then 3 winners there. So then go for be like a B we example or souvenir. So now we don't know say when it comes to waste management, now 3 options they'll get because now we they lead the negotiations. The global plastic treaty negotiation. And as a country, we get to call the African bloc. We mean to say, so long they go to your voice. Like the whole of Africa, since we similar, be it by geography now or the social issues that they face, when they go with that one voice, they will tell them, say, we in Africa, this we think, we feel to say, we're not going to support this ban on plastic, or we go support them. One thing we'll get for notes now that we get to note on the socio-economic aspect of pollution. Plastic as it becomes today now be a useful commodity. All of a sudden now, we're not able to handle them because this year's World Environment Day theme and last year's we did tackle what we call plastic pollution. The world don't see say we don't produce more plastic. Now it's actually able for use. So it's not the way forward now. So we don't notice say it's either we introduce what we call extended producer responsibility. That means to say you the manufacturer we they produce the plastic, if you follow the lifespan of that plastic, the plastic will return back to you. Now outside the economic aspect come. If me, why don't produce me plastic, they sell me water 45,000 for a bundle. You don't tell me sir for follow me plastic in lifespan. Then I go increase unto 150 or 200,000. How many people able buy 150? Buy one bundle and 1 packet water for 200,000. Me you know water important. Not so the problem come. So these are all the issues we get for the think whether you for really push for stringent measures for really tackle and NDC3 when we develop them for the past 6 months we done consultations right across the country. We don't fair not say the previous NDC2 we get challenges for implement them and couple now the challenges them will be faced. Another one now the economic aspects like socially how the things they want for implement, how they affect the economy, how they affect the social aspect of people, their livelihood as well as their lifestyle. So these are all the issues. But I can assure Sidnella say, now we intention for get to included and we try our best. Quite recently, we even engaged on the development and popularization of the MDC3.
Yes, too.
So
But
that
not only Una, but this is for everyone. Una need the youths there. Now, not they just neglect we. Who might be young, but our ideas are very old and broad.
Inclusion.
Yes, inclusion matters. No
And
gatekeeping.
And they can go cop. Una self get a sports day, una can go, una they go see waiting in
Where's the
negotiation there
money?
about.
There's
We
no
are looking for the
money.
money.
Quick one.
We are looking for the
I
money.
want to ask concerning this reserved site na the Takogama, this Peninsula Road, Guma, and the Aberdeen Creek. What's in the Environment Protection Agency? What's in our position on that? Where people and they build, like they encroach the land, like what's in that they do for enforce the law, like for stop people and for do that?
Well, like I tell you, we'll just start initially. I said this country get laws. And if they don't talk, say you now you law this, now you work this, then get law they support them. Because of the word environment abroad, anything concern environment now we people they look, no problem. That shows people are really passionate about the environment. And because we predate the ministry and so many of those sister agencies, there are people that really look up to me. Aberdeen Creek now a protected area. It primarily and solely fall under the management, supervision, and all team na NPA. Now then get a work day. Not so we. Aberdeen Creek we get the responsibility because they get mangrove, and mangrove na part of the marine environment.
Okay.
So we go tell you say mangroves must be protected because na a core component of the marine environment, na a source of livelihood. You cannot talk about the marine environment without mangroves because we fish they no get side for lay egg. And if fish not there, we are the major source of protein in this country, we'll get well body business. And you get people them back with their livelihood depend on that. So how you left Aberdeen Creek for NPA? With regards to Takogama, well, Takogama, if you talk about conservation, yes, and the back, you go call EPA because they talk about nature.
Yeah,
And
the
also the species them we make up nature. Well, the Takogama issue we go with Papa when at the Ministry of Environment and Climate Change. How I keep that question for the
Hey, okay, May. So this na the segment when the youth spotlight segment where they come to you na the program. This segment they spotlight young people where they do well and where they try to make change in our society. Today we spotlight one youth-led organization when are youths in action for climate change. They don't do bokutin like for raise awareness about climate change, and then like they not limit themselves to just pollution, talk about biodiversity and other stuff. Then like the environment, we talk about marine life and all that thing. They include everything we get for do with climate change, like the causes, the effects, everything that they raise awareness. Like then they tell people them about climate change. Then they go from school to school. So they tell school picking because they believe say like the young one then now they get for shape with future tomorrow, you not get for day as soon they go with the young one then. So then they go to school, like then they raise awareness, tell picking them first. What's in a climate change? Why you for care? So today we spotlight go be on youths in action for climate change. We go get to spotlight now. Youths in Action for Climate Change now one organization with a focus on advocacy and action-oriented decision making. The main goal we then get now for fight against climate problem them with innovation, entrepreneurship, and green economic diversification strategy them. Them believe say better way they for stop the bad effect them way fossil fuel they bring power planet start with the solution wey they make now we host them. And they believe say na all man irresponsibility for protect the environment. This organization na a youth-led organization of small and young people where they come together for say them champion the fight against climate change. And then say they ready for all government offices them and policymaker them responsible for where they know they act. And they always they remind you about the law them and how we all go work together for make the world better. Then say then a climate change ambassador and then care for every tree where they cut down illegal one and then care for the sea and the marine resource them and they say they care about the future of the planet. Then get beaucoup aims and objectives them. One of them now for engage full-time pan climate change advocacy and for alert government and policymakers. And they also they do awareness campaign at schools them. Then they go school to school for tell the pikin about climate change. Then they go school to school for tell school pikin about climate change and raise awareness and tell them about anything we concerning the planet. This is the goal of the Youth in Action for Climate Change. Welcome back to the program. This is the Truth Evening Talk, where they come to you from 103.9 FM, Truth Media, Truth Radio. You also get to live on Facebook, now Truth Media, and also now our YouTube channel. You can join the conversation by sending a text to we short code 239, and also you comment now on Facebook Live. Welcome back to the program. So I go again to Sidnella. Sidnella, you will tell we what's not the average thing where salon person go do every day for reduce any threat related to like climate change, anything they cause to the environment. What's not like the easiest thing where person go do every day?
Well, in this age of social media and the internet, I think the number one thing now for make you go learn more. Just Google climate change. If you not sabi, just press the mic for the Google, say climate change. And then if you not sabi itself, go under the videos there and just try for watch. You go understand. Another thing also, the plastic now a very huge issue for we in Sierra Leone, particularly Freetown. So instead of you just throw the plastic in the street, put it inside your bag. Nobody not gonna see get plastic inside your bag. One thing maybe they do before, I dey find the rubber bottle there. Anytime I get plastic or packet, I dey full chuka inside. So you find outside they get and sometimes then 2 weeks inside my bag. Well done, I go to where. Instead of you just loiter the dirty all about the place. So that the two main things that I think people there on average where you can do, because they buy water, rubber drink on daily, and we all they get with phones there buy data on daily. So the one thing, try to get yourself more educated. Another thing, that plastic before to run a street, before you burn them, keep them. Make sure say you go to where also you supposed to wear.
Thank you, Sidnella. I already about the plastic.
Yeah.
So to Mary, the same question. What's the easiest thing where any salon person go do for helping the fight against climate change on a daily basis?
Well, I think I go to in line say you really need to be concerned about climate change and environmental issues, because you are what you know. The more you know, the more you be in a good position for like make informed choices with regards lifestyle. For example, last year COP then the move that we for transition from fossil fuel or higher. EPA we introduce the shift to electric mobility. So instead of you they use you get careful for that they burn that fossil fuel, you don't try electric mobility. So you're not going to know but the essence of the entire if you don't make efforts for it around them. You don't make efforts about the sustainable practices that we go adopt for replace their unsustainable.
Oh, what about the person who not start being it?
Well, this not just one avenue we can use for like advanced environmental knowledge. We also can do it to call village to village engagement where like in our regional teams then could we mean to say like we can try for like do something educative in the language we do understand, put them in a very simple comprehensible way. We go meet you, we communicate that in the way we appealing to you. Maybe it can be town hall meeting that will play for you the film, make you understand, make you get an idea. Because at the end of the day, we're not going to be like develop policies or regulations them, but climate change and other yagba. If people they not even know self say the things they are doing like environmentally harmful.
Yeah, if the people don't understand, I believe so. Like visuals more helpful with people who like when you go to school. I believe so. If then they watch maybe a film, a cartoon, or something like would it demonstrate waiting them for do, waiting not for do, like for try for educate. I believe that
And
will be very good.
we get very active social media handles. So if you want to
Okay.
know about waiting EPA they do the environmental issues and waiting are the programs that they implement for tackle up, you can find me on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube, and yeah, I don't
If you
call
wanna,
Facebook.
okay. So you Sidnella, if you get one wish for the future of climate action, what in that wish they could be?
One wish. I get lots of wishes, and I don't know how to prioritize them. So I go say, I go wish that every youth, be it youths who are not literate, be it persons with disabilities, every youth go able for put on by this climate action. Because members say, not so just one person. This we not get a Jesus in this situation where they can save everybody. Like we just need to be very realistic. We don't get the mudslide, we don't get the floodings, we don't get the smoke, like a lot of things that they happen. And if we honestly want to prolong we life and live healthily, instead of the yakba, they want me, ate me, this hurt me, and they get rash, all that, we all need to put hand together. So me wish could be that every youth and everybody in the country itself, regardless, old people now, young ones, and everybody will come together in their own respective ways, however you can, for combating climate change.
Same for you, Mary. If you get one wish for combat climate change, what's in that wish they could be?
I think say adaptation and mitigation for be the goal right now, because climate change is here to stay, and some of the things that really contribute to climate change and advancement, nothing that we really will depend on for sustenance. So if we can think of mitigative measures like how we can reduce we dependence on them thing then it go fine. And adaptation are like things that you think but foresee how like you go move or make a shift from that total dependence on the contributors. And I just want to say plenty thank you to the Youth Council and the School Nature Clubs and every youth group who contributes to the NDC 3.0 consultation. Interesting for know that they self get to understanding about climate change and then make possible suggestions on how they feel to say we can adopt certain measures way for being incorporated into the NDC 3.0. And we will also do the validation workshop. Also, we validate the data we extract from the consultations them. And a draft of the NDC 3.0 will be developed and we will share them with them. Just like how we go meet them and tell them, say, this is what we are developing. Then go see the document and see if waiting then say, now we finally incorporate into the document. Until then, make we try our best for adopt sustainable measures, because guarantee not they say the effects not go meet you today. Possibility you don't get any guarantees what you do today. Maybe you might not be on this earth by the time the effects they come. There is no guarantee. So the earlier you act now for like a mitigate, the effects, then better and safer I go be for real.
Okay, so I want to say a big thank you to our guests, Signela Pratt from the Youth Climate Council Salon and also Merithia Foya from the Environment Protection Agency. I want to tell you thank you, and thank you to all the listeners. And remember, I said this program they come to you every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 8 to 9 p.m. As a climate change enthusiast, I can always like for end with this quote. Think green earth, a forest, reforest, and recycle. And don't forget the plastic we talk about because like most people know go like to get most of like the climate vocabs they want they use climate change vocabs they want they use they talk about the SDGs and the C's and all. So I beg you, not eat plastic not treat. I beg you, not eat plastic not treat. You listen to Truth FM 103.9 and today the topic we talk now, what's in a climate change and what's in you as youth for do and why you for BISIN, why you for care. Me where they talk to you na Nafisato online carding. Tata.
FM, live from Freetown.
Do pony
That's
queer
the
radio
last.
station or non di ba do me pinde on a Truth Radio 103.9 FM.
You dey listen to
Non
Truth
di ba.
Radio
Then I'm
103.9 FM, live from Freetown. That's the last.
Oh, yeah. Oh, radio to media. Radio to media. We rise every morning with truth in our hands. No more silence, we take a stand. For the people who cry for the dreams that fade, we speak for the hearts that justice betrayed. Radio True Media
On FM 103.9.
Radio True Media
On FM 103.9.
Now we voice, now we power. True Media go shine like tower. We no go fear, we go talk. Even if they know how make we talk. True Media Radio on FM 103.9.
Now God we dey Freddy, now true we dey preach. Freedom of speech, now that we dey teach.
For Salon, we go stand tall. Radio True Media.
One voice for all.
We honor the land, the struggle, the fight. We shine a light in the darkest night because we believe in hard work and faith to Sierra Leone way. We hold the line, come what may.
Them one set we more them, but we go shout. Now the
Press your
common
muski.
voice we dey bring